Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abisola. To my old subscribers, thank you for stopping by. If you are seeing my video for the first time, please do me a favor by subscribing. I'm in Nigeria living and working in Oman. I've been in Oman since the past 4 years. So guys, about the last video I did about that, my madam renewed my contract without my consent. Till now, no changes, though the last time I spoke to her, she said when she's ready she's going to buy the ticket. So I don't know when I'm going. I don't know when I'm going. I don't know the month, I don't know the week, I don't know the date, but I know that I'm leaving here very soon. That is what I know. People said that I should keep praying God should touch her heart. I've been praying, but I just pray I don't get tired one day and rehearse, because someone is working for you for the past 4 years without seeing his or her without seeing her family, without seeing her loved ones, and her contract has finished. You refuse to let her go because of your own, can I say, because of her own selfish interest. She was like, the children, people I'm working with are going to miss me. If I go, they won't be able to see someone that will be able to, stuff like that. Someone that will be like me. Fine, we are not the same, but contract is contract. I've spent 4 years. The contract is 2 years, and I renew when I first completed my 2 years, making 4 years. So let me go. But I know very soon I will hear positive results. That is just the update about that. Till now, no changes. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about the things I've learned in Oman as a maid, as in the lesson I've learned in Oman, or let me say in Arab country, as a maid. It's been 4 years, and it's 4 years of lessons, 4 years of knowledge, as in they said practice make perfect. The things I've learned here as a maid, well, it's not easy, but I thank God. So guys, the first thing I learned here was how to manage a home. As a maid in an Arab country, you are the pillar of that house. A maid is a pillar of that house. You hardly see Arab house without a maid, as in they can't do without it, because I don't know, maybe because God blessed their country to the extent that they can't do anything on their own. Yes, I can say God, because God blessed their country. As in, the way their government made everything easy for them. Even their pants, the one they are wearing, some of them don't know how to wash it. So God really blessed their country. So without a maid, they hardly survive. They can't do anything. If they eat now, they can't pack the plate they used to eat. They are going to call you. So the first thing I learned is how to manage a home. The maid is the pillar of the house. She will be the one to cook. She's the cook. She will be the one to wash cloth. She's the washer. She will wash compound, wash ground. She's the washer. She will iron cloth. She's the dry cleaner. She will be the one to open the gate and close it for them. If you hear any bell, you'll be the one to first go. She's the gate woman. She's also the errand person. If anything, they're looking for anything in the house, she's the first person they will call. That, did you see this? Where did you see it? Have you seen it? Stuff like that. So the maid is like the pillar of that house. So for any Africans that come to Arab country and spend more than 2 years in an Arab country, and you went back to your country or to your husband or to get married, and you have issue with your marriage, my dear, you need spiritual deliverance, because you are going to learn a lot here. A lot. She'll be the one to wash everything in the house, the clothes, compound, toilet. She'll be the one to cook. She will be the one to do the errand. She'll be the one to do almost everything in the house. Everything. If they are looking for anything, she's the one they will first call, and she's going to know all the people she's living with, their character, how to deal with them one by one, because she has to have business with them. If it's not, the funniest part is that the funniest part is that they can't do anything. You'll be saying some people, they'll tell you they can't peel onions. I could remember the first house my agent found for me. I mean, the first sponsor she gave me. I spent 5 days in that house, because I think the woman said she can't pay the money my agent is requesting, so I have to leave. Could you believe that this woman has been married for more than 13 years and she don't know how to cook their food? She doesn't know how to cook their food. So how are they surviving? She said her former maid spent 5 years with them. So when she was with them, when she first come, she have to take that maid to her mother house. So her mother maid is going to teach the girl how to cook. So she's going to give her book and Bible. So she said, okay, if I'm going to stay with her, that her mother is not nearby, so she have to take me to my agent every day for 1 month, because my agent house is somehow closer, like maybe 10 or 15 minutes drive. Imagine. No. So when they are going to work in the morning, she's going to drop me at my agent house. So when she's coming back in the afternoon, she's going to pick me. So maybe she will branch some of her family house to take food, I mean the lunch they are going to eat. So she's going to give me a book and pen. I'm going to be writing those recipes. Imagine someone who is married for 13 years and doesn't know how to cook their food. So the first thing I learned when I first got here is how to manage a home. You have to know how to manage your home, how to multitask, have to do almost everything in the house, anything that has to do with the house. You are washing the compound, washing the walls, the door, cleaning of the doors, almost everything. Because Arab can't do without a maid. As in, I don't want to use foul words for them. But the maid is the pillar of the house. Imagine someone that spent 4 years with you. Fine, you are paying her, and the contract has finished. Let her go. You said no because of your own selfish interest, because they don't know how they are going to cope without me. Imagine. So the second thing I learned is money management. I can remember when I first got here, after spending like 6 months, I was collecting my salary, and after 6 months my mom was like, how much do you have now as a savings? I was like, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. And she was like, what am I doing with all my money? Who am I giving? So my first 6 months, someone that has been in when I was in my country, I hardly have 5,000 naira in my account, 10,000 naira in my account. I hardly have it. Mean that my salary then was between 15 to 17,000 naira. Before you collect salary, money has finished. So when I got here and I'm collecting more than, like, maybe I think my first salary when I first got here was like maybe 72 or 73,000 naira. I was so happy. So before anyone asked me for money, I would have given them. I could remember a time that someone called me, I think my mom. She was like, they want to do anniversary in their church, and someone said because her daughter is out of the country, she's going to be the one to buy the cow. And she told me, I was like, cow? Am I? Those people that told you that your daughter is in abroad, did you tell them she's in another country doing maid work? Go back and tell them, because I don't have money for cow. Imagine someone requesting money for cow from me. So the second thing I learned is how to manage money. I learned how to manage money. After my 6 months, there was no salary. So I think after my 7th, 8th month, then I started learning how to save. Yes, let me use that word. How to save. Though it wasn't easy, because people will come. Most of my friends that were together, they'll be like, I need this, I need that, and me as a cheerful giver, except if I don't have. If I have, I'm going to give you. If I have, I don't know how to be stingy with anything. If I have, I'm going to give you. So I started reducing our conversation for me to have enough savings, even though they are still bringing responsibility. There was a lady I told to come and work, and she was like, she can't do this, she can't do stressful work, she can't do this type of work. I was like, but you can come and request for money, and you cannot do the work I'm doing. You cannot clean, you cannot. She said, then people said it's too stressful, it's not easy. So me that I'm doing it, am I a fool? So the second thing I learned is how to manage money. I started saving, and within 2 years, as in when I saw my account, I was like, wow. Even though there's nothing in the account now because of some petty responsibilities, and being the firstborn is not easy. But for that first 2 years, I tried to save up. So guys, the third thing I learned is tolerance. There's no how you live with Arab without tolerance. If you're someone who is that has high temper, that high temper will low, as in is going to low, because if you don't know how to tolerate them, you won't have peace of mind. You have to learn how to tolerate. Sometimes one person will just, maybe I don't even know how to even explain. One person will just dedicate his or her life that today I want to frustrate your life. If it's not mama, it will be baba. If it's not baba, it will be maybe one of those children. Every day with different issues. Someone will shout dedicate his or her life that today I'm going to frustrate your life. You have to learn how to tolerate them, how to tolerate all their attitude. I don't even know how to even put it, but the second thing is how to tolerate, because only you in the midst of like maybe 12 or 15 people's that you don't even most when I could remember when I first got here that I didn't hear their language. It was a very difficult for me to deal with them, to relate with them. It was very difficult because I didn't even hear their language. So only you in the midst of like maybe 12, 13, 15 people, and you have to associate yourself with every one of them for you to know their character one by one, for you to know how to relate with them one by one. So the third thing I learned is how to tolerate. How to tolerate is very important. And the fourth one is patience. You have to be very patient. Fine, you want to do gra, you want to know that yes, you are from Africa, you don't collect nonsense. My dear, when you get here, nobody will teach you. Sometimes they will do some things like this, I will just be crying. Sometimes I will be so full of anger that I won't know where to even put the anger. I will just burst into tears. You have to learn how to be patient. As in, I learned it in a hard way. I learned it in a hard way. It wasn't easy, but God came through. So guys, the fifth thing that I learned is never to give up. You are going to see many challenges, many obstacles. You will be like you want to go back. You can't continue. I could remember when I first came the first year, some people didn't even use up to 6 months. They were like, at least the little amount I'm seeing per month in my country is better than me collecting like 70k a year without peace of mind, without happiness, without rest. But I never gave up. Even though now I want to give up. And now I'm tired, I want to give up now. I'm tired now, I want to give up. But first year, second year, third year, fourth year, I never gave up. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Is it the trauma, the pain, the loneliness, the depression, the thinking, the family responsibilities that you have to attend to? So and those that even have children, that they've not seen their children for years, some will do video calls with their children and they will burst into tears. No one can take care of your children like you. It is not easy at all. Those 4 years is full of trauma, pain, but God came through. I never give up. I keep pushing. I keep pushing till now. And I thank God because He never leave my side. So the 15th is never give up. You may be going through some challenges, maybe financially, any challenges, never give up. You will definitely get to that destination that you'll be like, yes, you've tried. And God will definitely crown our efforts. So guys, the fifth one is, I didn't give up. Anywhere you are in the country, maybe Arab country, anywhere, never give up. Keep trying your best. God will crown your efforts. So guys, the sixth one is forgiveness. Hey! If you offend me when I was in Africa, if you offend me, even though you are older than me, that I cannot retaliate immediately, my dear, I will definitely retaliate. But it won't be in a way that you will notice that I'm retaliating. I'm telling you. But when I got here, one person will offend you in the morning, another one will offend you in the afternoon, another one will offend you at night. Imagine people offending you every day, and you keep putting that in your mind. You keep their hatred start developing in you. My dear, you are going to die quick. The Bible says, I think someone asked Jesus that how many times should our neighbor offend us and we should forgive them. Jesus says 70 times 70. My dear, they are referring to Arab, because there is no one day like this that they will not offend you. There is no one day you will not see someone that will offend you. They will definitely offend you. There are countless times I have cried. As in, I was like, how did I find myself here? How did I get to this position? How did I get here? And you will look at them like this. You can't kill them. You can't do anything to them. If you do not forgive them, they are still going to offend you. So you keep piling hatred in your body, in your heart. So I learned forgiveness in a hard way. If you offend me now, if the offense is too much for me to bear, I may just burst into tears. I will cry, and after that it has finished. Though I may not relate with you like before, they said forgive and forget. There are some sins or offense that you can never forget. You can't forget it, but you can forgive. But you won't relate with the person like before. You won't. As in that interaction, what is causing that offense, you will try to limit it, but you can forgive the person. But you can't forget. You will remember. So maybe a friend of you now dupe you of 1 million naira, and you are seeing that friend. How can you forget? How can you forget something like that? You can't forget, but you can forgive. So I learned forgiveness in a hard way. I learned it in a hard way. That even though if you offend me now, if I just look at it like this, that's finished. And if I see that thing is too much, it's the way it meets in my heart is something, I will just cry. And if I cry, finished. So I try not to put people in my mind. I have lot of things that is running here. I have a lot of things that I'm thinking with my life. How my life is going to be better than for me now be thinking of the offense you offend me. So I learned forgiveness in the hard way, in a very hard way. So another thing that I learned is say no to procrastination. If you're in an Arab country, you can't procrastinate work. Maybe you want to do something now, your madam tell you to do something, and you say, okay, I will do it maybe in some hours time, or I will do it tomorrow. My dear, no one will teach you. That thing you refuse to do now, by the time you will get to it, it will be like ×2. And there may not even be time for you to do it. And you will still do it. It will not be when you are not comfortable, when you are not in your comfort zone. That's when you are not going to do it. So I learned not to procrastinate things. If I want to do anything, do it immediately. And if you want to rest, you can go and rest. But you saying, I'm going to do it later, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it next tomorrow. My dear, no procrastination in Arab country. Because the work you are going to do, maybe you are in the morning now, the work you are going to do till 10 p.m. is ringing in your brain, is ringing. If you are through with this, how to do the next one, how to do the... So you don't procrastinate in an Arab country. You are even working. You are working 24/7 without break and rest. They will still be telling you what did you do. So is it that person that they are asking what did you do, now say you want to leave one work till maybe another hour or another minute? So you don't procrastinate. I learn not to procrastinate. Anything I want to do in time, do it in time. For those of you that want to start anything, maybe career, business, don't procrastinate. Do it. Take a step. So guys, another one is love yourself. When I got here, it was as if I could remember. Yes, I think the second week I got here, I messaged my agent. I told him, you didn't tell me you want to kill me. Why did you send me here? Because when I got here, me seeing myself in the midst of people that don't understand my language. I don't understand their language. Their food is different. Our color complexion is different. As in, I'm totally different from them. And even though they want to refer to you, they're referring to you as Shagala. They know your name, They know your name, but they're referring to you as Shagala. What is the meaning of Shagala? Some people say it is slave. Some people say it's maid. Some people say it's what did they even used to call it? Maid, slave, house worker, something else. Some people say it's worker. You know my name. Why calling me Shagala? So when I got here, the another lesson is how to love myself. Because no one is going to love you. Love yourself. And so to some people that most of their money they are sending it to their families, fine, it's good. If you have children at home, take care of your children. But don't forget to love yourself. As you are collecting your salary, try to always pay yourself. You are the one that do this work. Pay yourself. If you are collecting like 50,000 naira, if it's 10,000 naira, you're going to remove that for a good 30 days work. This is 10,000 naira I dedicate for myself. Use it on yourself. Because I could remember there was a time I as if I buy something of 1,000 naira, I'll be like, how can I buy something of 1,000 naira? It's too much now. For you to see that mentality, I forget myself totally. I hardly spend anything, as in I hardly spend things on. I hardly spend money on myself. I hardly spend money on my body. Everything is just about family, family, family. As in, there was a day I went to supermarket, see, I went to get some personal things for myself. When I calculated the money, it was like maybe 40 riyal. 40 riyal in Nigeria is close to 80,000 naira. I was like, as in, the happiness that comes from within. I've been working for 4 years. I've never think of buying something of 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira for myself, except the phone I bought with my money. And I'm working. But before my family calls me at home, I've sent money to them. Before they do this at home, I've sent money to them. And me, and I'm working, and I don't buy things on myself. So my dear, anything you are doing, any work you are doing, try to love yourself. Spend on yourself. Spend on yourself. Because if you go back and they are not seeing the money on you, they will tell you and you are in abroad. There's no any traces that you are in abroad. So my dear, spend on yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. You are working, you can't take little money to buy things that you feel like eating because of responsibilities. My dear, take care of yourself and love yourself. So guys, I think this is where I'm going to stop. Yes, I'm going to stop here and see you guys in my next video. If there's any changes about my madam stuff, I'm going to let you guys know. But till now, she just said when it is time, she's going to get a ticket for me. So guys, if you watch this video to this moment, thank you so much. I really appreciate and love you guys. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. And I'm sorry for not doing videos for like 2 or 3 weeks now. This my age, as in, I don't even know. It's not thinking right again, because it's only my body that is there, my spirit and soul. They are in my country. I want to go and see my loved ones. I want to go and see my family. I can't wait to have my freedom. I can't wait to have my life back. Let me just have myself back. So guys, I'm going to see you guys in my next video.